Oh,
We're on.
like that, we're on. And welcome, episode 113. And we are back in store in the studio.
Live from Flinders Street
Live
Station
from Flinders
in
Street
Melbourne.
Station. And you may or may have not noticed, I have got myself a new hat.
It's not new, is it?
It's new old.
New old?
What's old is new, what's new is old.
That's it. It's very retro, isn't it?
So, hello to everybody watching. There's a few people I can see on screen.
There are. Can you see them on the screen?
I can see their names.
Ah.
So, it's a bit of a distance.
Well, we've got Robert is here. So, hello.
Hello,
We've
Rob.
got Jeff. Jeff comes in every week.
On you, Jeffy.
Mr. Tony P.
Tony P.
And Mr. Retro Rob. He's on.
Retro Rob is always on,
Captain
isn't
S Man's on as well.
it? Is it?
Yep.
Where's our stone farmer? Is he going to stick his head up this week?
Oh, we'll see.
Let's go.
We'll see. All right, so what are you touching there? This is our regular.
Our regular segment, Car of the Week. I've done Cars of the Week.
It probably makes sense because these are little ones, yeah?
These are little ones. I like
Yeah.
to do multiple little ones.
Yep.
Because they fit.
They fit.
They fit on the
It gives
table
you more of a
nicely.
chance of getting something, right? Because there's two different kinds.
That's right. That's right. So hopefully one person doesn't hog the whole lime show. But yeah, so we've got two cars there to guess. What do we need to know, Beige?
We need to know the make,
Make,
the model,
model,
the year, and the color.
and the color.
Yep, like the specific branded color.
The Pacific.
Specific.
Oh, specific color. Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they usually do have no specific. What?
Names.
They do definitely have specific
Yeah.
names. Yes. That's
So if you
right.
can get all that, that would be absolutely fantastic. So we'll be checking in on you as we go through the show,
Yeah.
and we'll see how you go.
Absolutely. And we've got a bit of rail on,
Yeah,
so no doubt we'll get Marlon in soon.
for sure.
We've got a bit of plastic stuff.
Yes.
We've got some new blockhead stuff.
Yes.
And we've got some new old Quattro stuff.
Yep.
Is
We're
that
talking
cool?
about some paints as well.
Awesome paints.
Yep.
And we're going to be working on the little layout.
You love that.
I
You
love
can't wait,
the
can you?
layout. No, I love to learn and get I don't know, get funky with it. Today apparently we're laying grass, laying turf.
That's good. That's a good job.
Yeah.
Love doing that.
Apparently there's a shaker. Apparently I could get electrocuted if I lick it.
What do you mean? What's a shaker? Flavor shaker?
No, some sort of static device.
Oh,
Some sort of ancient torture device apparently that can electrocute you.
I don't know if it's all that ancient. It's still pretty modern as well.
Is
a lot of
it?
people get
Anyway,
tortured by that.
I'm keen to see how we lay grass.
All right.
In the meantime, I say we get Marlon in and talk what's new in trains.
Cool.
Come
All
on
right.
in, Marlon. Welcome.
Hey, Marlon.
Hey guys.
Thanks for joining.
Yeah, no problem.
Now we've got,
What's news in trains?
We got a lot of news.
well, there's a big yellow thing right here.
Big
yeah,
yellow
that's
banana.
it. That's a yellow fella. But yeah, I'm excited about looking and working on our project a bit later.
Mhm.
But that's going to be a bit messy, so we're going to do that. I think probably towards the end of the program.
Yeah, I
Makes
think
sense.
it's best if we do it at the end of the program. That way, when we've got all fur sticking out of our nose and everything and grass in our ears, it's, all
There's-
over my hands.
It's going to be a lot of like grass fiber.
Ah.
Fibers.
Make a
Yeah.
mess.
So that's it.
Let me feel the fabric of your fiber.
We will be a little bit later. But
Terrible.
I thought we should talk about
What have we got?
T-class locomotives.
The what?
T-class.
T.
T's. Yeah,
They look like HO.
they are.
But all three of them.
Yes.
But that one looks so different.
But there are three different generations of
Oh.
T-class, and I thought we could talk a little bit about.
What is T-class?
So it is a locomotive designed specifically for Victorian railways. So these were among the first diesel-electric locomotives built and designed for Victorian railways in the 1950s. And these are three different generations: the first generation, second, and third. And you can see there's design differences, and I guess we can go through and sort of discuss what they are and why that is.
Please
We have a
do.
look at the top.
Yeah,
one?
for sure. So the first one we're going to look at is this is an Auscision branded this is a T1 they call it.
T1.
T1.
Focus.
There we go. It's got number T342 on the side. You've got a crew inside, which is really cool. At the
I
control
love it when
stand.
they have
Yeah.
crews inside.
Otherwise, it just looks like a runaway train, doesn't
That's
it?
right.
You've got one facing either direction. So these locomotives could be run either in the reverse or the rear or the front end. This would typically be the front, but
How do you
this
know?
it usually just kind of looks that way, doesn't it?
I'm not sure.
But this is what they call like a road switching locomotive, I guess.
A road switching locomotive.
So the idea is that it's powerful and big enough to do mainline hauls, but also small enough and with a good enough visibility in both directions to be able to perform shunting duties and large yard duties and things like that.
Right.
So this is in a more modern paint scheme.
What's yellow?
It's very yellow. I don't know why it's yellow because it doesn't have any kind of owner or railway markings on it, but I believe it's a privately owned repaint. So this would be working probably in a
It's
yard.
really begging to be with it, isn't it?
It really is, yeah. It's just so vibrant. I don't know if that comes across on screen, but the details are really nice on these. You get a lot of just nicely separately applied details, handrails, ladders,
Also getting that close, eh?
directional. Yeah, definitely worth having a look at. You have MU hoses. So these are the hoses for the air brakes, or if you were connecting to another locomotive to have a where they like MU cables. So multiple unit operations, so you can control multiples from a single cab, and just really nice. Oxygen consistently produces beautifully made locomotives, and the detail on this is quite flawless, really.
The yellow's hurting my eyes.
It is hurting my eyes a little bit. Maybe we should put this one down and have a look at another, but the just so that just to give our eyes a bit of a break.
If you like yellow, this is the loco for you.
Yeah, I mean these notoriously, according to crews, had a very tight cab quarters. They're very short, very snug. I mean, they had this high nose which would house the loo for the crew when they.
How do you know that?
When nature called, because I've seen inside of these. I know it looks nice. Kidding. Most of these locomotives have a toilet on board.
Do they?
They do, absolutely. Usually in like the nose section, somewhere in there. You'd access it from the inside. I'm almost certain.
So what generation is this one? Because this one's got the full nose, I guess you call it.
This is a T1, so first
T1,
generation, flat top they call them.
Flat top.
Flat top because it's so it's got that
Flat
top.
top.
Yeah,
Right.
There we go. Let's have a look at another one.
Okay.
Pop that on the
Are you
track.
putting it on the track so we can play with it?
Later on, we'll play with that one.
Later. All right.
Yeah.
This is
The
a
big zooms of your hand.
T2.
T2, which
This
isn't
is
a
a-
T2 at all. It's a
so second-
T366.
Second gen.
Second gen. This is actually a power line model, so different manufacturer this time. But yeah, similar locomotive, just a second generation. They addressed the problem with the cab. The only real notable difference that I can see on the outside is that they enlarged it. They kept the height of the hood itself the same, but they gave the crew a lot more headspace and also extra windows on either end.
Okay,
Probably
so nice and bright.
nice and bright, extra visibility.
Wouldn't be as aerodynamic though, you wouldn't think.
Probably not, but these didn't really travel at tremendously high speeds usually, and it's more of a form. It's more of like, what do you call it? Like form over function, or it's a very like starkly functional design. You've got these nice lift rings on top, so for maintenance, if these went
You
into
could
a
take the
big
toilet
workshop,
out.
you could take the toilet out, change the roll of paper, in there. But yeah, the idea was that you could lift these large sections of what they call the hood, so that you could access like the generator and the diesel engine inside. It's cool. You can see all the way through on the
Oh, you
on
can
the
too.
grill.
It's all
Yeah.
mesh.
So again, superbly detailed locomotive in V-line colors. So these colors would have come into view in the early 80s, probably through to the 90s. And this is when V-line was a freight carrier as well as a passenger carrier. It was still nationalized. But yeah, lovely example. And that's the main difference. And let's have a look at I'll put this here, a T3.
T3.
And again, this is another power line locomotive in the more traditional. This is what the original ones, how they would have been painted,
Right.
in the VR blue and gold scheme.
That one has even better visibility, but
That's it.
no toilet.
It's much narrower toilet. I guess you have to really crouch into that one. I'm
You
not
have to crawl
I'm not
into the
sure.
toilet.
But yeah, that's, as you can see, that increased visibility and comfort, and for crew became increasingly important over time.
Well, it wouldn't be comfortable if they had no toilet.
No, not at all. But I guess just in terms of just
Back when I
General
was shoveling coal, we didn't have toilets.
Didn't you?
No.
So what'd you do?
What do you think the shovel was for, mate?
I see. All right.
Had an onboard incinerator.
Well, you know what? In a way, it does, I guess. Yeah. But yeah, just having a look at the detail on this, it looks quite similar to the last generation that we looked at, minus a few of those exterior changes. lift rings aren't quite as prominent, I don't think. They kind of seem to face a different direction compared to the other T classes. But yeah, I mean those
It's because these were a tripping hazard when you're up
yeah,
there
when you're
trying
up
to
there on
walk
the top,
around.
yeah.
They were quite a tripping hazard, so they moved them to the side.
That's quite
So
a nice tidbit.
they had the same lifting capabilities, and you could also put chain and rope along there to help you walk along it.
Is this while it's moving or while it's stationary?
I'm not sure.
Run out of ideas now, haven't you?
But yeah, if you do model Victorian railways, and you want like a small multi-purpose diesel locomotive that's kind of compact, and especially a model that's good value for money.
It's not going to go on my lap, is it?
No, it won't fit on yours because it's
Not
009, so not quite the right size. But
00 awesome.
But I feel like, yeah, if you do V-line or Victorian railways, even now, because they still have these locomotives operating now in various parts of the state.
I can't believe how heavy they are.
Do you approve?
They're well ballasted. Yeah. Did you want to? I think BJ's closest to the controls. Do you want to give the Oxygen yellow fella a bit of a go?
Here we go.
Doesn't make noise, does it? Are these ones got a decoder fitted?
They don't. They're all DCC ready, except for this. This is a DC only.
Here we go.
How smooth does it run? And quiet.
And it hasn't been run before either. This is the first time I think anyone's run it.
I might have run it before.
Have you?
Before. I run it in.
Well, you did a good job.
No, I didn't actually.
Good low speed running. So for a layout where you have a lot of shunting, moving goods wagons around, that's the kind of performance you want to look for.
Is it?
It's pretty slow, isn't it?
And you can see it.
And you can. That's it. You
Bright
won't
yellow.
miss it.
Just moving now. Just stop.
Yeah. Bit more power. Maybe there's a dirty spot on
I'm
the
going to
track.
put my finger here because I'm scared he's going to drive it straight off onto the floor.
Oh, you can trust me. I'm a doctor. He's got that funky switch. Here he goes. Here he goes.
We got the dodgy controller.
Well, do you approve? I certainly do.
I think it's really good. Super smooth, super quiet.
Yeah.
Can't hear it at all.
Does it come in red?
Possibly. I mean, they've produced, Oxygen in particular, have produced this locomotive in just about every paint scheme that these were available in throughout their very long, pretty much 70-year history almost. And practical workhorse even today. So there you go, the humble T-Class.
Brought to you by Marlin.
Like it. Nice.
You
All
like
right.
it?
Yeah, it's good.
So it sounds like you guys have a lot to talk about.
We've got a fair bit on today, haven't we?
We have.
And we're super excited to have you back on. We've got to get through it quickly so we can get you back on to do our the little layout.
We've got a lot of
Because
scenery
you promised
to do.
me that it's going to take 15 minutes, and I'm dubious.
But we have to.
I'm dubious that your 15 minutes is not the same as my 15 minutes.
I think we live in sometimes different time zones in that respect. But we've got to plant the vegetation, and it has to grow, and that takes time.
Fair enough. All right.
There we go. Anyway, thanks very
beautiful.
much, guys. I'll see you in a few minutes.
Sure.
Thank you, Marlon.
Oh, great. All right. So in the meantime, we do have some guesses on the cars. Now, Robert is suggesting Volvo P1800. Unfortunately, it's not quite slim enough, and I'm thinking you're talking about the blue one, to be a Volvo P1800. Or it's a car of the Saint, right? So unfortunately, no, it's not a Volvo.
A car of the what?
The Saint. You drove the Volvo. You don't remember watching the Saint? Roger Moore before you did James Bond and stuff?
You lost me.
He was the Saint. He was driving around the P.
Okay.
No? All right.
No, you lost
I'll
me.
shut up now. All right. So
It's definitely not a Saint. It's a car. It's not a Volvo.
the green car.
Oh, the green one. What
The
about
green
if
car
what about if I move them like
Is
this?
the green car a Mess Fury Coupe?
Mess Fury Coupe.
I know. What is
I've
it?
forgotten. No,
That's
I
all
don't,
right.
I don't think it is. Doesn't
So you
ring a
mean the
bell.
Mercury Coupe?
Mercury Coupe. That could be close. That could be very close.
Can that be close?
That
How
can
about
be
this
close.
one? Here's another one out of right or left field. Rover P6, which is not.
Rover P6.
No.
No Rovers here.
So the Mercury, what? So the Mercury is pretty good, is it?
Mercury's close.
Close, but it's not quite.
It's not quite. There's
Okay.
more. There's more to it.
Oh, all right. All
There's
right.
more
So
to
we need
the
some more
There's
info.
more to the Mercury that meets the eye.
There sure is.
What have we got on now, Beach?
What shall
Where
we
are we
talk
taking
about?
it?
We do have a variety of paths we can go down.
Yep.
We can go RC.
Choose your own adventure.
Choose my adventure. How about we be different and we'll talk about some paint.
All right.
Yeah.
Talk about paint. Paint me.
So we just got some stock in of a very popular paint. The cans are the most popular.
So,
You know these, don't you?
this one is gonna.
No, you're doing it wrong. Come on, teach everyone how to do it the Japanese way. How do you shake it up?
You shake it like this.
Yeah.
I give it the big old Mexican backhand.
Yeah, you love
Yeah.
doing the back end.
No.
But the way you're meant to be doing it is not shaking the ball bearing up and down. It's meant to be swirled like this.
Please. Who's gonna do that?
It's on the instructional videos, mate.
No.
That's the way to do it.
You can do that all day long, mate. I'm in there giving it these ones and these ones and these ones.
So quite honestly, at home, I start doing this and then I end up going like this.
You get frustrated because you don't feel like you're shaking it properly.
That's true too. But the whole idea is by
The
swirling it.
The very definition, could you swirl my paint? This sounds wrong.
Yeah, true.
It says on it, shake well before use. Does it not?
Not on these ones.
There you go.
So
Why you
swirling
don't,
it
you don't
is
want,
meant to.
You don't want to aerate it
That's right.
when it comes out.
Well, you want
Like
it.
compressed.
You want it naturally aerated. You don't want to
No.
create any additional bubbles. That's the idea, anyway.
I
And-
give
and
it
when-
I give it a good old shake and I stick it in a hot tub of water.
Yeah.
And just
Yeah,
hose, it
warm
on,
them up.
hose it on like a chimp.
They work really well when you put them on wet. And wet meaning until they start giving like a gloss finish, not just dusting it on.
That said, I haven't used this yet.
Haven't you?
No.
Okay,
little,
so
birdie,
this is-
little birdie tells
This
me
is the
we're going to
UV
do
cut.
the what?
UV cut.
UV cut.
Okay, so both of these UV cut, one's gloss and one's flat, and these are amongst the most popular paints out of the Mr. Hobby series.
Aren't they?
They are.
And as far as clears go,
Yep.
these are definitely the highest selling ones that we
good,
have.
really good. And I use one of these for your helmet, your pink helmet, and that's got that mirror finish on it. It's
Oh, it's
beautiful.
almost wet looking.
Yeah. So the UV cut inhibitors in these are meant to stop these. What? They're meant to be impossible to go yellow over time. They're
Yellow?
always going to stay pure. Other clears will change to yellow over time.
Oh, really?
Yeah. UV will change them.
There you go.
But what you probably didn't know is you can get these in bottles as well.
What? So you can airbrush it?
So you can airbrush it. You have a bit more control. So
You can't
sometimes
control.
flats.
You can't control something that's out of control, mate.
No, I guess not. So sometimes the flats you don't want to hose on like a chimp. You want to have a bit more control, and that's where airbrushing like this will help you with that.
Well, probably if you're doing small things. No?
Yeah,
If
well,
you're
I
doing like detail pieces.
Yes. Well, most of the cans of flat are for people that are customizing dolls. That's their clear of choice. And
What do
then-
they do to dolls?
So you get the dolls. Some of these dolls can range anyway up to $800 or even more, $1,000. And they'll repaint faces and makeup and stuff and clear it to seal it all in.
Oh, really?
And that is the recommended one.
There you go.
Yeah, so the flat one. All right. So apart from that, no, not finished with that one yet. All right. So they're the UV flat clears. They're back in stock. Now I've got a standard clear here. You can use any of those clears as well, because this stuff here is something a bit different.
What is it?
These are actually pigment.
Are we going to go overhead?
Oh, we're going to focus here. All right, so these are pigments, and these are also by Mr. Hobby.
I
And
love
being
the
Mr.
artwork on
Hobby,
there.
they're also lacquers. Okay,
Stinky.
so what we've got here is we've got cyan, magenta, and yellow, and they're in these particular tones because they're your standard tones that you probably see in a color printer, right? The idea is these are your primary pigments that you can mix and create your own colors. Now they're transparent. You can't actually use them as a paint as is. You mix them into a clear, such as that one, or even the UV cuts, and you can create a translucent color, a clear color. And the idea of that is you can make your own candy top coats. And even if you want to change a tone, if you practice enough, you know that you'll probably want a little bit more magenta to richen up a red or such. Or if you want to add it to a blue, it'll turn into a slightly purpley blue. So you can get your full custom colors out of this system. So whether you're painting Gundam or you're painting cars, you can make your own custom colors that you can't get anywhere. And a lot of people are looking for custom colors to match a particular color too. And so you can use these for creating your perfect.
Imagine what young
Tone.
Vincent could do with these.
That's right. That's right.
It would be hard though, wouldn't it, to recreate it?
It would be.
Like if you've done like a little bit and then you run out of paint and then
Yep.
have to remix it. I
That's right.
suppose that would be quite painful, wouldn't
It
it?
would be. So you need to experiment, and as you experiment, you'll probably do one drop at a time. So you'll have a pipette for each of them, and you have a mixing bottle, and then you do, say, one drop of this, one drop of that, one drop of this, and see what happens.
What's this character here?
That's a color character.
Is it?
So that's the Japanese character, which is also a Chinese character.
Mhm.
And this design here is reminiscent of, say, drawing ink bottles. So it's got a real art basis to it. And I guess it is taking it back to the art form. Yeah, keeping it basic. So yeah, so that stuff there is something that's a bit different. Not totally new, but a lot of people probably don't know how to use it. Okay, but we do have it here if you want to experiment. And if you're a real pro and you want to start making your own colors, particularly candies. So you got 1, 2, and 3. So you need all those. And you get that, and you're all set. And then you can mix that with any other colors too. You can mix it with the standard clear colors as well. Yeah, or you can use them too.
So you put
Beautiful.
that in and then you put that over your base coat.
Yeah, so you can start with a white base coat, silver base coat, any color. You can start with a red base coat and start putting on a slightly purpley tone and see what happens to it. You got all sorts of possibilities.
That would be crazy.
Yep.
I think you should do a tutorial. I can feel
Tutorial?
one of BJ's famous tutorials coming up.
Really?
No?
Yeah, we can give it a go. Why not?
I think we should. What else have we got, mate?
What else we got? We've got some RC.
Let's go to RC.
RC.
Let's take a walk down RC. Oh, do you want to have a look at these again? Back to
Oh,
these.
what's going on?
Sorry.
All right. What we got now? We haven't really got anything more. Anthony is still at it. So Anthony said 1949. So I don't know. Is 1949 right for any of those cars?
1949 is not right for one of these cars.
No?
Which one?
I didn't actually say. How about the blue cars in Oldsmobile?
Yes.
Yes?
We're getting close.
Okay, so we've got Mercury and Oldsmobile.
We've got a Mercury and we've got an Oldsmobile.
Okay.
But we need more.
All right, so I've got to work from there, hey?
Because
All right.
there's something specific about one of them. Apparently the engine
there?
or something, yeah.
Right.
What do we got?
RC. Oh, yeah. What have we got here?
Welcome to Blockhead Town.
Okay, so we've got Blockhead.
We have got a fresh shipment of Blockhead motors, decals and accessories in, haven't we?
We have. cool is it?
Unfortunately, the
It's all-
accessories that we got actually were already sold out within 24 hours.
Well, yes. So they're the bumpers which everyone is looking for. So there's a 3-screw retro bumper which fits on the Hornet, the Frog, all that sort of stuff.
All the stuff from
Yeah.
the mid 80s.
Yes. And so there's been a shortage in supply in Japan, and we could only get a handful of them. So unfortunately, we're all sold out, but we're trying to get some more.
We're trying to secure more, but
Yep.
in the meantime, they did send us some more stickers.
They did. So we've got lots of stickers here.
And I took the opportunity to
That's
get
a classic.
myself a new hat, isn't it?
That's classic,
You like that one?
particularly with the turtle.
I like this one. I'm gonna stick this on my real car.
Yeah, so you got on your real car.
Yeah,
Then you've got the same type in pink. There's a blue one too, I think.
that might look good on that. There is a blue one. I don't know if I grabbed it.
And then we've got this is very reminiscent of those earlier kit type cars. I have the rather than the BH Motors ink, it'll have the KC.
Yeah, the KC lights.
Yeah,
So they've gone ahead and put all Blockhead stuff. Even that one there.
yeah.
No.
Just give it a retro look.
That
Just
is
to
really
just
cool.
to customize your new re buggy.
Yeah, your new Re buggy.
Yeah.
You can make it look old again, brand new, out of the box.
So there's a mini sheet as well.
Yeah, so they're really cool. There's another smaller sheet.
Yep. They're really nice, aren't they?
They're
And
really nice stuff. And as Australia's only authorized stockist, it's really good to be able to have that little bit. It's something really special.
For sure.
not
Particularly
something
coming
that-
with the vintage bash coming up.
Yeah, it's not something that we're going to sell thousands of, but it's like something that really bespoke that we can offer. Yeah, our customers that are into that sort of thing.
Sure.
That's a pretty cool big sticker as well.
Mm.
But yeah, all the alloy bumper bars that were in the front one,
So they were gone so far, but yeah.
all the go in the front one, beach.
Oh,
There we go. Here we are. We're back. Yeah, so all the alloy bumper bars, unfortunately, they sold out straight away. So
They're nice, aren't they?
Because they
Really
kind of
chunky.
come in color. So we only got silver and black.
Yep.
But we're going to get pink, green, blue,
all the
gold,
different colors.
But
Red.
hopefully they come back in because a lot of people are excited for those.
Hmm.
Now, while we're on old stuff, let's
Yep.
have a look.
What do you got there? Oh. So we've got a
Turbo
another run
Scorpion.
of Kyosho Riris.
And do you know how good these are? These are
These
so
are-
good.
These are class.
Simon Healy's got one.
Has he?
He endorses this.
Well, they've got to be good then.
Yeah, it's not my cup of tea, but if you're that old, I suppose that's what you're into.
So Marlon's got one of these too. Which one's he got
Loves
again?
it. He's got the yellow one.
Yellow one. Which one are you?
That's just a
Tomahawk?
Scorpion.
Oh, Scorpion.
He's got a Scorpion, and where did I put
It
it?
goes really well. It was driving like all day that day.
Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah.
Non-stop.
You just need a bit of Loctite.
Yep.
Because there is a lot of metal to metal fixtures and fittings.
Yep.
Which does tend to obviously vibrate loose a lot.
Yep.
But as far as being robust in the transmission, and they've modernized that a fair bit.
Yeah.
So
they
it's
can
got
take
the
brushless, yeah.
oil-filled red shocks on it.
Yeah.
So that is a Turbo Scorpion. This one here, I do believe, will have the bigger wheel set on it.
Hmm.
This came out in, I want to say, 84. So this
Sounds
was
about
about
right.
this is about 2 years after the original Scorpion.
Right.
And the latest one, I'm led to believe, is the Tomahawk. And I'm happily now. This one's even super iconic, isn't it? It just screams 70s, 80s buggy, doesn't it?
Well, you can see the evolution on this. It's got a much more enclosed bodywork.
Yeah,
It's got more of an Optima look to this body.
yeah,
Yeah.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So you can definitely tell where they took the inspiration from for this.
Yep.
So we've got this, we've got the Scorpion. I meant to grab it actually, and the Beetle as well.
Oh, the Beetle School.
And they're
Yep.
all based off the same aluminium ladder style chassis.
Yes.
The fasteners have been upgraded to machine thread.
Yep.
And countersunk
Yep.
and hex head.
Yep.
So they fasten a lot better than they did back in the day, and they build a lot better. And they've got slipper clutches now,
Yes.
so they can take a little bit of load. You still wouldn't want to put a high performance sort of like 5-turn brushless in it, but for a mild like 21.5 or 17.5 turn brushless setup, or a sports tuned, brush motor would be fantastic in one of these.
Yeah.
And given the fact that we're using lipos now, like we really, even the old brush stuff, like I couldn't believe how fast the old Frog was just because of the lipo. Because
Yeah.
you're carrying extra voltage. It's like having a really good 7-cell pack in there at all times.
Yeah, makes a huge
So-
difference.
You're getting huge performance difference through that, and as well the acceleration, and
Yep.
the punch from the pack.
Yep.
So so that is a Kyosho Tomahawk. So we got four of them, four of the models in of the re-release. I only managed to bring 2 with me, but yeah, that is
Nice.
new from Kyosho this
So
week.
sure, that's it. Let's go back to this.
Yeah.
So we've
What do we
got.
Cars.
So after we said Oldsmobile,
Yes.
yes. So Robert's come back and said
I need to read my piece of paper.
442.
Oldsmobile 442.
Is it?
No.
Okay, so that's not right. All right.
Oldsmobile
How about this
442.
one? So Anthony's back. Oldsmobile Rocket 88,
Yeah.
1950.
That is like he's cheating.
What do you mean it's like he's cheating?
Well, and then we
Isn't
need
it right there?
last thing we need is a color code. A color
color
name.
code. What about the other one? Do we need more details on the other one?
Yeah, we need more details on the other one too.
Yep.
I just
Okay.
said for that one.
All right.
So we've got a blue one and a green one, but we
Yep.
need more than that.
Okay, cool.
And we will get those up and have a look after.
Yep.
What are we into?
All right. So how about let's look at a plastic kit.
What did you
I've got a
bring in?
plastic kit that looks pretty cool.
What did you bring?
It's got to do with it's got a little bit of RC bugginess.
I can't believe that it's still on the shelf. I really would have thought that Marlon would have taken this home.
He has.
Has he?
Yeah, but we got extras.
Oh,
Yeah.
is this his one?
No.
Can we get in there?
We can get into this one.
Let's get into
Yeah,
it.
yeah. All right. Let's have a close look.
Yeah,
Okay, so
okay.
we've got a Revell kit. It's 25th scale of a Bronco, half cab
Bronco.
Bronco. And it's got a trailer, which also has room for this cool buggy, which looks very much like a Tomahawk.
That is super cool, isn't it?
Yeah. Let's look at it from
Does,
the top.
doesn't it? It doesn't have the same wheels, and it's from Revell.
It's from Revell. All right, let's open this up a bit. How good does it look? Let's just do a bit of zoomage.
It's not my cup of tea, but let's have a. I'm dying to get in there and have a look.
Right.
That's your kind of Bronco. Oh, you've
Oh, I
already
think
cut the box.
Yeah, what do you want?
Yeah.
Oh, you brought some tools.
I bought
Don't
some.
need that.
I bought some sharp cutty bits.
Don't need that. All right.
We don't need this bit,
So that's got the Bronco in it. That's a big bag full of Bronco.
is it?
Yeah.
It's, I'm spilling everywhere.
Yeah. All right. All right, so there's the bodywork. It's very
It's white.
boxy. White's good. I like white because it means you can paint it any color you want. If you want to paint that white, it'll be spectacular. You know, in the old days, they used to come out in grey and all sorts of colors. That would be absolute pain if it wasn't in white. If you wanted it white,
Yeah. Well, you
even yellow. Yellow is a suck to paint over any other color too.
Oh, really?
Yellow, for some reason, that pigment doesn't cover anything. All right, what do you got in there?
We've got some wheels. We've got some engine parts. I do love a good inlet manifold.
Yeah.
We've got some wheels, timing case cover.
Yep.
It looks quite detailed. It's got front rear differential,
Yep.
live axle units.
So it's probably a full engine journey. You can see how the bont's opened up on that.
Yeah.
Got some chromey bits.
And the chrome actually looks really deep and lush. Doesn't it?
Yep.
Now, what scale is this?
25th.
25th?
That's pretty funky.
Oh, here's my favourite bit.
Rough
Tires.
tires. Let's have a close look.
And they are super scale. Get me in focus. There we go.
Is that in focus?
Yep,
Yeah. Look good, don't
they do.
they? Chunky.
And we've even got some metal fittings. Some good
Oh, the
they're
pins.
axles.
Oh, the,
Is it?
Yeah, they're the pin axles.
Some lug nuts.
Lug
not,
nuts.
not lug nuts. Oh,
Some cleary bits.
some cleary bits in case
Yep.
you want to put windows in.
That makes sense. I mean, it's pretty much a whole top of the cab's all glass, isn't it?
And here we have
The bag of all the other bits. So you got the full
Interior.
interior.
full
Yeah.
interior.
All your seats. Bit hard to see. I
It's
mean,
sort of
white's going to be
overzoomed.
hard to see.
It is when we're on a white background.
Yep.
I didn't expect it to be white.
Yep.
We've got even got door cards.
Yeah.
Interior door panel.
You've got the spare tire cover there as well. So the spare tire is actually hinged, so it folds out.
Really?
Hmm.
Have you built this before?
No,
Wouldn't surprise me.
wouldn't it?
What else have we got? Get to the buggy.
So here's the bits that buggy bits.
It's a different white.
Look at what it is.
Are you getting blue mat?
We get blue mat out here.
Hey,
It'll
blue
be
mat.
Easier to see.
Blue mat. Oh, that's better. People are not going to be squinting. Hey, this one's open.
So you can see the year on the bottom of the buggy chassis.
1984.
Yep.
What, is that when it was first pressed?
Yep.
Really?
How good is it?
I think it's really cool.
So it's pretty simple. I mean, you don't have a full engine in on this one. Okay, so
But you've
it's,
got
it's been
enough-
simplified.
You've got enough for a simpleton like me to do. Got a drop tank, got a
So you got the seat and stuff in here.
steering wheel. Not real rubber, which is a shame.
Yeah, but it doesn't really matter, does it?
Well, it's just hard to paint.
No.
What?
What, rubber?
Yeah.
It's painted black. Rubber black.
Yeah, but I get the wrong black. And people go, oh, that's not rubber black.
Why'd you paint them pink?
Didn't want to tub it.
And then you got your shocks and stuff. That's cool, isn't it?
Shocking.
All right, so there's your buggy, and then on this big sheet here, we'll get our trailer. So
A trailer
trailer's
too.
good.
So you get 3 kits for the price of 1.
So you can imagine how big it is. There's a trailer there. You got the car that's going to be the same size,
Mm.
and then you're going to have your buggy sitting on top of it. It's pretty funky, I reckon.
Or doing zoomies,
I like it. Zoomies.
you know,
What do you
in
mean?
the sand pit. You got the Bronco and the trailer off to the side. And
Zoomie.
that's right. No,
Ah, you're a madman. Yeah, that's true though. Used to do that in the sandpit.
why not? There you go.
I think that's cool.
I think it's going to be good fun for you to put away later.
Is it?
That is, these models are a nightmare.
No.
Did you open this one?
Yeah. Cool, eh?
I
That's what I
think-
got there.
I think you should put it in next year's Model Expo.
One of these.
That's very you.
I've
Should
already.
have bought it in one of your spokey wheels.
I'm going to bring in a spoke, and I'll show how I do spokes. That'll be a tutorial.
How many wheels have you done?
I started on the second.
Oh, that's okay.
So for those who don't know, I'm building the Fiat Mephisto. There. Yeah, is that how you say it? From Italeri. So the wheels themselves are molded plastic spokes, 4
Mhm.
pieces, but they don't look that fantastic. They leave out some of the spokes. So I've actually decided to respoke it all with very thin piano wire. So I've done one already. Looks absolutely fantastic.
Looks good, doesn't it?
And now I'm working on the second one.
Yep.
And then, yeah, next week we'll film up a tutorial and show you how I do respoking of a big wheel.
Hope you got some time on your hands.
I've got time on my hands. Hope everyone else does. So, what else we got here?
We can talk cars. I want to get Marlon back into trains.
No sound. No sound, apparently. Oh, maybe it's just a buffering thing because My mic's definitely working. Oh, look, so sounds all good. It's fixed itself. Cool.
We could have had a problem. You can talk cars. I'll get Marlon.
Talk cars. Talk these cars. I don't know anything about these cars. All right, so the blue one's good. The green one. What have we got on the green one? Let me do a little bit of research here. Oh, there you go. Okay, so we're still waiting on the Mercury. Trying to work out what's going on there. How about if you have a look here? Maybe that's better. All right, so let's see. What can I show you now? Oh, why don't we look at some Cromlech? So, well...
It is 22. Yeah, we're back.
Oh, you're back? All right.
And I'm bringing Marlon with me in tow.
Okay. I was just going to look at some Cromlech stuff.
Yeah, do Cromlech then.
Yeah.
Marlon can sit there and get himself ready for...
All right, so we've got some Cromlech stuff.
Oh,
The Cromlech has new items coming out every month. So this is part of the previous shipment that we got. I just grabbed it because I thought that looked really cool.
what is it?
So this particular one here is Soviet Goblin Squad.
Soviet Goblin Swamp.
Yeah, I think we need to go on the overhead for this one.
Zoom in. Zoomy. Look at it. Oh, yeah. They are so cool. I
They've
like
got a lot
them.
of character.
They need a bit of
Okay.
dental work.
So they got the really old school, Soviet style lack of, I don't know, you call it agricultural weaponry, I guess, and really basic uniforms. You got
Yeah.
the big star there, the
They're big
bearer
guns.
there. What's he holding on to? A jar of vodka? It's a jar. It's not a bottle.
What do you mean?
How cool is it?
This gun's nearly bigger than him.
Yeah. And I really like that. There's 10 figures inside this one pack. So you start off building your armies really quickly, and every single one of these is a character on its own. It's not like some of those other figure sets here you get, which are basically the same pose, and you just change a few arms around and heads. Every single one of these guys is different. Now, if we spin that around,
They're so creative, aren't they?
so you get a really...
I say
Close
we,
look at
should,
these.
I
And these
say
are
we
really-
should build one day.
Oh, we should. So you can see the detail in these. These, they get all this really sharp detail because these are actually individually sculpted and then cast out of resin. Super nice. Now, apart from that, so that's the pack in the box. Oh, these are accessories I thought you really need to have as well. So you probably see there's you get your ham hock,
So that's called
There's
a
another
tavern
ham hock.
feast.
you get your fish sitting there, you got a bit of apple pie, your lattice pie, and then we've got pies there as well with slices cut out of them. There's a bit of cheese. There's a fish that's already been finished.
I don't understand why they're at the pub.
Why are they at the pub? Because they need to feed.
Okay, so they go to war
Yeah. Well,
and then they go to the pub.
yeah. Well, they need to eat and stuff.
Hmm.
There's like sausages and stuff as well down there in the pans.
I do like a good sausage.
Cool, eh? Now, apart from that, you can always get the bags as well of
Mhm.
figures. So I found these. Now, this is actually a bag of 10 figures. And these are all Orc assault troops in greatcoats. So you might be able to see here he's in his trench coat type of thing. You might be able to just
So
see
there's
they're all the
parts
different
trees
heads.
of different poses and figures. So you can
Yeah.
make 10 figures from that bag.
And they're all got different poses. So again, you can buy them in the pack like this. And they come with little bases as well, with black bases.
Mm-hmm.
And you just need to get some super glue to glue the resin together and paint them up. You can see how sharp the details are on some of these.
Do you have to use super glue with these?
With resin, you need super glue. Yep. You can see these guys here.
There's a good chance I would have an orc stuck to my head.
Stuck to your fingers,
That's right.
stuck to your pants. Find it the next day, stuck to you in your thigh. So there you go. That is some of the Cromlech. That's just a small selection. They make so much stuff. The chain
They
is
do.
one of the most popular items out of everything. Sell hundreds and hundreds of the chain.
Yeah, don't they love it?
Yeah. So you just hang chains all over these. But yeah, for all the gamers, even if you don't game, a lot of people love these figures. So that's Cromlech.
I want to put one of these in the model railway.
It can happen. I think Will's already picked something out for you.
Really?
Yeah. We were talking about it just before.
So it can be like a troll for the bridge, because we've got a bridge. Yeah.
That's right.
And we've got like a stone mill, haven't we? So we can have like a baker making bread in the stone
Yeah,
mill.
we can have some bread there.
Yeah.
Why not?
I don't know.
A few baguettes.
How'd we go with the cars
So we
while I was gone?
Oh,
What?
we have. I thought we might have another guess. Oh, so Dave Rogers
Hey, Dave.
said, I thought you guys were off the 8th Nationals. Well, the 8th Nationals are a bit wet, aren't they?
They're a bit soggy. They are.
But that's not the reason
we're.
we're not there.
That's not the reason we're not there.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we just couldn't get away.
Yeah.
But yeah, unfortunately, it looks like it's soggy up there. Speaking to the team up there that are trying to race,
Yeah.
as it stands, they haven't been on the track yet, and it's Friday Arvo.
I wonder if they'll call it and just run a wet final.
I'm not sure what happens in that scale, but
I've seen them run in the wet before. Absolutely awesome to watch, and you finish the event because I mean, there's people there from all over the country. You know,
All
there's
over the
people from
country.
Perth, South Australia,
yeah.
Victoria, New South Wales, up
Yep.
north.
So
I mean, this is up north anyway, but there's people from everywhere.
yeah, so sunny coast. Yeah, fingers crossed to you guys up there. Hopefully, yeah, you do get some running in, some racing.
Yep.
Even if it's a compressed schedule.
Yep.
You know, one qualifier and some finals in. That's
Yep.
what I'd like to. I'd like to
reckon.
see. If they just call the event off, then it'll be, you know, postponed or cancelled for the year, which we don't want to see.
No, that's it.
You know, because we haven't had one since 2019.
Is it? I don't know. Yeah, that's right. That's
you know,
right, because everything's been
Everything's
shut
been
down.
locked down and shut, and we haven't been able to have sanctioned meetings. So yeah, really hoping that you boys can get on track, and yeah, go to Hearns race team up there.
Mm.
All right, no cars.
What have we got here?
What?
No, we've got something here.
What? You keep saying that, and then you keep stopping.
Anthony's back. Calcutta Green, 1949 Mercury Coupe. Are you going to say it's cheated again?
It's like I bought one, isn't it? Hey, it's like he's googling it when we're not looking.
Well, we're not looking.
I like the name.
Oh, so apparently Anthony reckons it's clearing on the Sunshine Coast tomorrow.
Is it?
So let's hope that
Well, let's hope. But I
it's
think
dry enough for him to run.
yeah, well, I think for the event to run, they had to get on track today.
And sunny Saturday and Sunday.
Well, let's hope they can pull something together. Let's hope they can pull something
Even
together.
as a buddy, I've seen, I'm sure the Nationals held at Shepparton when it was raining, and every car came back looking the same. They're all covered in mud.
Ugh.
But they ran,
They ran and they
ran,
won,
and
there
someone
was-
won.
And it would have been Kyle McBride. Well, he's won the last 10.
No, that time it was.
Was it?
No, someone else won.
Oh,
That was years and years
oh,
ago.
that must be
That
years.
was a long time ago.
That's back with black and white TV. Well,
I
we
don't
would-
even know
we
if there were any
we-
TVs back then.
We wouldn't race in the wet now, man. Oh,
Why not?
get cars dirty.
No. That's what I can't
No.
get over, because
What?
even touring car we used to run them wet.
No,
In the Club Challenge ran
No.
wet at Templestowe.
you're dreaming.
Yeah,
Stop
yeah,
it.
It's true.
You're upsetting people.
No.
Don't show your age.
And then the people said, "Oh, I'm not going to go there because I'm going to rust my bearings." Well, they didn't win, did they? I did.
Are you a wet weather specialist? Is it?
Well, I was only at that one meeting. Hey, but it made all the difference. I can't see why you wouldn't run in the wet. And it's your choice.
Of course
If you
it
don't
is.
run,
If you don't
then
run, you
you're
don't run.
staying-
No.
Yeah.
I think it's more in this day and age, there's a lot more health and safety around the marshals. So the main respect is not the actual track itself, but it's if you can actually marshal the vehicle safely.
Oh, really?
So you got to have marshals on the infield, and
Hmm.
usually the infield's not as well prepped as the racetrack.
Hmm.
So if you're going to slip over and get hit in the head with a 3.5 kilo car,
I've seen people
they're
cop an ace-gold car in the head.
they're not really going to be fantastic and be happy about that, you know. So that is a big consideration in this day and age.
Yeah.
That they wouldn't have had back in your days. You know, they wouldn't have cared for your safety.
No,
Send
probably
them
not.
out.
I remember the big off-road track out in Liverpool. They used to have this big, what do you call it? A mesh over the track thing, because
Yep.
it used to go over and under. And then you have one marshal who had to stand there, and when they marshaled one car on the grate, they'll get hit in the head by another car flying over the top.
Yeah, it's pretty good, I
Yeah.
imagine.
Yeah, it's pretty good. They end up on the ground.
All right,
But that's not there anymore, so it's left me with memories.
I'm glad.
Yeah.
All right, we'll have a look at this car after because I want to get Marlon. Let's get rail.
Yeah, let's get into it.
I want to build my
Let's
train
get into
set.
it.
All aboard. Fun town.
So what are we up to? We're up to part 3, yeah?
Stopping all stations.
Part 3
It's a fun town.
of the micro layout.
Hook me up.
I mean, hook you up.
Hook me up.
You want
Please.
a bit of power here?
Because
You want to see sparks?
smoke.
We'll see sparks later with the static grass applicator.
Oh,
Welcome back,
Understood,
Marlon.
Sparks.
Welcome
Look
back.
at
Marlon's back.
So not only is we going to be building more of this, Marlon is going to sneak on some more products.
Oh yeah, we
He's
should.
going to sneak on some more products.
That's
I
it.
can
Well,
see he's
it-
come armed with these nice.
It's totally related to this, though. That's what's great about it. So we had a really, really
I
cool.
feel that you're just taking over the show. I feel that it's just gone rail crazy.
I'm just giving the people what they want. Apparently,
Alright.
yeah. But brand new arrival for us
I
yesterday.
probably shouldn't be touching it, should I?
No, you're fine. It's okay.
Oh no, I wouldn't trust him.
I hope Nick's not watching.
So what do you got there?
Geez, it blends in with your shirt. Can people even see it?
I don't know, probably
Maybe
not.
bring it a little bit
I'm gonna-
closer.
How about we just put it down here and put it over the white? Okay, talk to us about it. What
What
is
is
it?
overhead?
Let's go.
Let's go overhead. All right, what do
Let's
you
go
got there?
overhead. So this is a 009, so perfect for our little 009 layout. This is a little an
So-
040. Oh, that's great.
It's too
Look at
better.
that.
It's too better than 007.
Exactly right. So
You've got the Prince,
yep, there's two models.
and I've got the
There's
Princess.
Prince and Princess. You've got the Princess in the box. As far as I can tell, there's no real difference other than the name, but it's based on a locomotive that runs on the Festiniog railways in Wales. So we looked at the double Fairley locos a few months ago. They were the double-ended ones.
Yeah.
And they were produced by Bachmann narrow gauge. These are run by the same railway, but these are produced by a joint collaboration between Kato and Pico. So
Nice.
And
Kato's
I love collaborations because it really brings out the best of both companies and things, isn't it?
That's it.
if both parties are good and they're even better together and they collaborate well, then yeah, I mean this is a perfect example of that being a success because you've got the reliability and the smooth running of a Kato drive, and then you've got the nice detailing by Pico, who produce some pretty wonderful narrow gauge stuff in 009 scale. So yeah, really nice. You've got a little tender attached to it. This picks up power from both the front axle here and also from the tender. I only just realized this recently, there's traction tires
Oh yeah.
on the rear wheel. So there's no power pickup here. This would be insulated, but what that does is it gives you significantly more traction, better
Yes.
pulling power.
Yeah, we need that.
Yeah, not well.
You
You
need
should
it.
see how fast it goes. You should see how fast
Well,
it goes.
Traction tires are sort of largely fallen out of fashion. You don't see
Really?
them often.
I like it because they're quiet as well.
This is a very quiet runner, yeah.
But that's why.
But it's really lovely. We could put it on the track and give it a quick run.
Please
Yeah,
do.
yeah.
And because we'll be waiting for glue to dry after the next step. So we've got the ballasting all finished.
So we're going to run the rail. I think we should pull it out a bit.
Have we got it run the right way?
Maybe the polarity
You're
may
gonna
be
break it.
backwards. Forwards might be reverse, or reverse might be forwards. We'll find out. I'll just
Let's bring this back on.
yeah,
I don't
Good
know
idea.
why I entrusted you to drive that train, BJ.
make sure all the
Is it
wheels are on.
This
Should-
is what happens when
should
you
be good
drive.
to go.
Watch it shoot off. No, this is what happens. This is the joys of life. There you go.
There you go.
So you just don't know how to.
It's moving.
You're going to warm it up a bit first.
Oh, probably.
A little bit.
Oh my lord. Have you been driving trains long?
No, I just got my license.
This is not riveting TV at all. You're making my little layout look rubbish, BJ. Oh,
Yeah, I'm tricking you there.
no.
No, I think it needs a bit of a help.
The track might need a bit of a clean, actually.
Really?
Because since our last run, I may have put a wash on it.
Did you?
Make
Is
it
that
look a
is
bit
that
more
what you did?
Yeah.
Oh, you've definitely put something
I
on
have
those tracks,
something
haven't
on the
you?
track.
Haven't
Let me
you?
see if I can find a.
Because this was running beautifully yesterday. I was playing with it yesterday.
Well,
we
yeah, I
had-
didn't see you playing with it.
We had our
Bear with me for a
videographer.
quick moment, I'll be right back.
We had our
What are you
videographer
doing?
in. Don't let me do it. I'm just allowed to do the controls.
What are you doing?
I'm going to put this to the side for a minute. Let's put this to the side. You turn the power off.
What are you doing? You want to get real sparse coming now?
Yeah. Just moving this out of the way.
What is it?
It's a little pin.
A little pin. Why is there a little pin?
PJ, stop it. You've really going to upset Marlon when he comes back.
Oh, good.
Oh,
You're
no.
really going to
Everything can
upset
be
Marlon
fixed.
when he
Oh,
comes
no.
back.
Everything can be fixed.
Oh no. No.
What's he done?
Yeah, good point. But is it worth cleaning the track now?
Yeah.
I've got my wonderful Pico track rubber here.
Yep.
And I think maybe what's happened is condensation from the glue drying
Yeah.
may have caused some mild corrosion in a few spots.
Right.
And
Yeah,
hence
you
why
can see
you
how it's a
need,
bit jerky before, wasn't it?
you can even just tell by looking at the rail surface when the light hits it from a certain angle that
Oh, well, just after you run
It's
over
lost
there.
its shine.
Yeah, that's got shine. There's no shine over here, though.
no, so that would definitely explain.
Well, I'm taking that Prince one away because I don't think that you're licensed to drive that one, BJ.
Oh, me?
Yes.
What do you mean? I was supervised.
So what have you got there,
Supervised
Brad?
by me. That means nothing. Yeah, what have you got here?
You can do that.
So what about here?
I'll do this,
Yeah.
and you can talk about that. You let me come here. Let's swap.
So
We haven't got power on. You're not going to short me out.
I sure hope she's insured.
It's
No,
off now.
that's fine. It just looks like the screws came out of the side rod. Probably
Look at the
because it was-
tarnish on here. What have you done to it?
Probably because it was going a scale 300 miles an hour.
I was
I would
only-
imagine. Yeah. But this is the
It tops out at 234 scale miles an hour.
234. So we've got the drive mechanism available. Kato through their own company.
Luckily, we need it.
They distribute the power unit itself without the body or the fender. And this is fantastic if you wanted to scratch build your own locomotive and you needed a small, compact steam locomotive chassis for that.
I find this quite therapeutic.
Good, isn't it?
It's satisfying when
This would be a
when
good project for you, I
someone's
think.
I've learned a lot. I've learned why scale trains don't need to go 234 miles an hour.
Just imagine if you had a giant room-filled model railway layout, like all the track cleaning that you'd be required to do to make it work really well.
I would
It'd
have
be a lot of
I
work.
would have a loco set up
Yeah.
with stones either side, and I
Yeah.
would be running that around.
We do have track cleaning carriages. and
So
wagons
sorry,
like
while
that.
I was there, did you explain what this is?
So what have we got there?
I did actually.
You
but
did
I'll
explain
just-
what it is.
I'll explain to you guys. So that's the drive mechanism for the
If you
locomotive
break
we
this
just
one-
looked at.
Oh my lord, BJ.
There you go. That's significantly better
There
after
you go.
that cleanup. So this is essentially the underpinnings, the guts of the locomotive we just looked at, and it's
Yep.
sold as a standalone item.
Yep.
And the idea, I believe, would be for people scratch building locomotives of their own.
Well, you could 3D print your own body on
Well,
it, couldn't you?
I think that's the idea behind it. It's
Yeah.
quite a chunky boiler.
Yep.
They've got a pretty good sized motor, and I know that there's a flywheel,
A brass flywheel.
brass flywheel.
We
as
love
well.
brass
We
flywheels,
do.
don't we? Because they get a really nice bit of momentum behind them.
That's it.
Because if I slow this down,
You will now be able to clean the track. Thanks for dirtying it. But
But we were really
Yeah.
impressed by the smooth running qualities, which unfortunately we couldn't really demonstrate earlier.
no,
But this is the same drive mechanism, and after the tracks had a good clean, after
and you can see that is brand new. That has not been run in. That
Mm.
one I've just taken out of the packet there.
look at that.
we gave
You
it a
can-
thorough run yesterday to test it.
The Prince.
Yeah, just had a real good shakedown test, like a real good shakedown test.
A really
like,
good check there.
shake, yeah, as good as it gets. But yeah, we really like this loco. I really like this loco quite a lot.
It's good.
It's something that had been in the works for over a year, and it finally arrived.
I love it. Anyway,
Yep.
let's
no,
get
that's
to
all right.
modeling. Let's get to making
So you've got
mess.
some very important small screws here. I think
Do I?
you should, yeah, I think you should make sure that we put these.
I'm glad I
you
found
know
them.
what I'm gonna do?
I'm glad that I found them.
The car of the week box is now the home of the screws for this.
Be a good place for sushi, I reckon.
I see where they belong now.
You can't be
There's
trusted.
no taking
Have
you
a-
anywhere.
You were driving, mate.
What do you mean? Blame me just because I had the controls.
So this is gonna be messy.
All right.
You're gonna need a sheet of cardboard for this.
Do I
So,
need
so
to,
we don't
you
need
might-
power on this
do I
anymore,
need
do
to
we?
put gloves on? I thought that was
No,
quite sexy
I
last
would
time.
recommend we disconnect it from power. I mean, you might want to.
Do I-
Unless are the
do-
cars of the week still going? Do we want to put them back?
Do we need
Oh,
tarp?
remove those. Remove these little suckers over
Do we
here.
need tarp?
Do we need what?
Tarp.
Tarp.
A tarp down. We don't need a tarp now.
No.
Do we need to get Unchained Melody fired up on the playlist?
To my knowledge, no. But I could be wrong.
There's no clay going on, is there?
There's no clay.
So
Let's
the
have a look
main-
at the detail though. Hang on a second. Just jump out the way.
Alright.
Well, last time we did the clay, and I
Yeah.
made a tree. Now the tree's gone missing
Yeah, but it's got a nail in there instead.
because we've got a. Looks like we're trying to capture electricity.
Yeah.
Hey, it looks like something from a movie Back to the Future I've seen.
Yeah.
Looks like the doc's going to come by and he's trained at 88 miles an
Yeah.
hour and go back in time.
So you can see there's quite a bit more definition within the colours as well because of the wash that Marlon's put down.
So Marlon's put a little bit of wash here
Yep.
in the riverbed.
Yep.
He's also put a wash over the rail, the bridge.
Mhm.
We're calling it a bridge.
Yep.
And then over here on the other bridge as well, he's also put a little bit of brown, like a rusty. Is that meant to be rusty?
Yeah, like
steel?
a rusty iron,
Is
like steel beams.
So that is looking really cool, and I know that we didn't show it on the camera, but I know that it took you 5 minutes to paint that on. And we've got all the ballast on. So last week's show, we put on a little section.
Yep.
And yeah, you can see how that's glued down. And there's no blue left. So that started as a blue block of foam. All right, what are we doing now?
Well, we're gonna do static grass. I thought this is the fun part. This is what all the hard work has led up to.
Which part can't I lick?
This is this part here. So this is the static grass applicator itself. This is an example of one that we sell from Pico. So that's quite a nice little unit. I've brought my one from home. It's a little bit different, but the principles are the same. So basically, you are using static electricity to apply grass fibers, which makes it stand up on end, just like how grass would grow. And I'll grab a bag of the grass fibers too. We've got a couple that we're going to work with.
I still don't believe it.
So rather than having the grass fall down on the surface, it'll be all flat.
That's right.
It's all going to be standing straight up like this.
Yeah. So we've got Pico grass fibers, static grass. Let me have a look over top. So one trick to making grass look realistic on a railway layout or on a diorama is by having a mixture of both colors and lengths of fiber.
Yep.
Because this is 00 scale, we're using 4 to 6 millimeter long fibers.
Yep.
So we've got autumn grass and spring grass. Don't know if you can tell, but there is a little bit of color variety in there. It's not just a uniform color, because few things in nature are ever uniform, except for like golf course greens, but they're not natural.
You should see my nature strip, mate.
Yeah.
It's at work. It's a piece of art.
like a neighborhood war for the best lawn, and you're winning it.
Till they get the X-Max out.
Yeah, that would
Then it
do
looks
it.
like the kids have been riding motorbikes on the street.
This is actually a really, really simple process. It's very easy to get carried away, and you just use simple. In this case, we're using Mod Podge glue, undiluted.
Yep.
And that's a matte
Matte
clear. I think it's just over here, guys. There's just all sorts of bits and pieces that won't quite fit on the table all at once.
What's it made from?
So it's like PVA, right?
Can I open it?
It's like it's.
Oh, what do you mean, that stuff?
Are we using this?
Yeah, you can open both of those. Yeah.
Is it going down first?
No, the glue goes down first. So I'm just using Mod Podge. It's just a matte PVA glue.
Yep.
You can use any PVA glue, but I'd recommend getting one that dries with a matte finish.
Yep.
Otherwise, you'll have like sheen and gloss on your layout.
But
Unless
then
you're
it
making
makes it look wet.
wet grass. Look, if you want to go for that effect, go for it. But the principle is that we'll see it really.
It goes everywhere.
Yeah, I was.
Don't open it.
We
Do
weren't
not
kidding.
open it.
We weren't kidding.
Oh
Almost
my
said it's a mess. But the
I feel
idea.
like you stitched me up. Don't open it.
No, I mean you can open it. You just gotta be careful.
Yeah,
But
but he can't trust himself. That's all.
basically, you pour it in here a little bit. You don't need a lot. A little
Yep.
bit, not a lot of it.
So how about you explain what this actual container does?
We'll just put a little bit in. Let's break up the fibers somewhat.
Let me shake it.
I probably can do that. I'll put my hand over the top of it. But the container is your hopper vessel for the fibers themselves.
Hopper vessel.
I'm gonna call it a hopper vessel.
Yeah.
This is a really big one, probably bigger than what's necessary because a
It's
little
got-
bit
it's got
goes
a-
a long
a
way.
metal-
Tupperware.
It's got a middle mesh on it.
Metal
You go from
mesh.
the top.
Yeah.
Metal mesh across the top, which has got a wire attached.
That's
And
hooked up to two AA batteries in here.
2 AA batteries.
Yep.
And go through a transformer to produce 25,000 volts.
You can always test.
You wish.
You can always test when these things are working. You
If my moustache stops smoking, just kick me.
it functions when you press the button. You don't want to touch this once you've pressed the button because
Whoa!
yeah, there you go.
So-
So also you go ahead, BJ. Sorry.
I was just going to say, so once it sparks up, you know that you've got a circuit.
You know it's working.
that's what you don't want to
I'm
touch.
scared.
No, I'm just trying to break
I'm
these
scared.
fibers up a little bit because they
Do
have
you want me to
kind
shake
of
it?
clumps.
I'll give it the Mexican
Because what it's
backhand.
actually doing is you've powered it up and it's changing the charge of the fibers. But Am I
We
changing
can-
the
we can
charge
do
on
the
the
Japanese
fibers?
stir technique.
I guess so. It seems to be working for you. And then the other end, which Marlon's holding, it's got a little clip on it. So that's going to be clipped onto the nail that we've got in the baseboard. Okay, so that's going to
That is fluffy.
reverse charge the base. So I think it must be negative charged ions on the grass. It's going to go to the positive. And by doing that, it's going to make all the fibers stand on end and look natural.
And that's
I still don't believe it.
a very good explanation of it. I think it's a pretty neat arrangement, but you got to apply glue first.
Let's get the glue.
And it's very
Come
simple.
on. You said 15 minutes.
15 minutes. But you said your 15 minutes is different than my 15 minutes.
Oh, shit. I don't know what to
How are you
say.
feeling? You're a bit
I'm
you're
nervous.
hyperventilating. You too excited?
I'm a bit excited.
Especially when you open that up when you weren't meant to open it up. It's gone everywhere. Sticks to
It's
everything.
not the worst thing that
It's
happened
like
today.
glitter.
Here's
Hey?
a little brush. So
Oh, look.
think about the natural environment.
It's not a brush, it's foam.
Well, it's a foam brush, but
Show me what
everywhere that you've put the glue, that's where grass.
Oh,
will
I
end up
nearly lost the
growing.
thing.
Maybe just a little bit of glue. Maybe a little.
Show
bit.
me.
So anywhere you think grass might be, I'm thinking there won't be a lot of grass around steep slopes because it's pretty hard for grass to grow.
You're
right?
dripping.
So yeah, just make it really random, little random patterns of glue. If you want to have like a big meadow area,
Meadow.
yeah, I think there's going to be a lot of grass closer to the river.
Is it?
I think so. Don't see why not. Want to make like a
Artists at
little,
work.
Down here?
make little happy little trees.
Are we watching on the overhead? Is that what's
No, not yet, but we
Okay.
can. There we go. Here's the overhead.
look at the detail.
Pretty much everywhere that we're dabbing glue, even the slightest hint of glue, you're gonna have
Have I put too
Gonna-
much glue?
no, you haven't. There's a lot of glue, but
That's a lot of glue,
I
but
think-
not too much.
I think too much is entirely subjective. Some may say too much. Few people would say too little.
Because the thing is, if you put it on too thinly, it doesn't grab very well.
No,
Finley, he'd love this.
Love
certainly
his
would.
crazy, isn't he?
All right. I'll keep doing it. You start applying, and we'll see who gets electrocuted first.
I think we probably should finish the glue first
I
because
think
it's gonna
so.
make a big mess.
Is it?
It's going to
Yeah.
go everywhere. It's going to go all over your hands, all over your glue,
What do you mean?
brush. Oh, you'll see when it comes out. It's going to go everywhere. Going to be putting it on like
My sock's falling off my brush.
your what?
My sock. I've
What
got
do you
a.
call it?
Well, what do you call it? It's a foam brush. I'm not sure how to use it. You're the
Foam
brush
end?
man.
It just covers more surface area. You said you only had 15 minutes to work with. I thought I'd give you something broader than your standard old brush.
No, I should just use a spray gun. Could you use spray on glue?
I don't know why you would, because then you'd cover the whole area, then you'd have grass everywhere.
Is it going to do shrubs as well?
No, we're going to do shrubs the old-fashioned way. That's where you just get a little bit of shrubbery and glue it down and stick it where you want
So
it
what
to
do you
be.
think I should put here?
Well, you've got a big open space where it looks like you don't want grass to grow. Is that true, or did you want to cover that?
Well, I don't know. It sort of looks a bit. I don't want it to grow here,
No, don't put glue there, because wherever you put glue, that's where it's going to be grass.
but I'm not sure how it's going to look.
How about on the edges? I put glue
Putting it
along the
everywhere there. You
edges.
change
too.
your mind.
I'm here for a good time, not a long time.
You're not doing it.
I'm not sure. Oh, I'm blowing it at the
Don't
side
put
of
it
the
on
phone.
the track. Oh, you can actually. Sometimes track's overgrown, but things don't necessarily run that good if they have to fight with.
Oh, did you go on the
fibers like that.
outside too?
Yeah, a little bit, just on the edges, not on like the subterranean level, but like just on the top.
We'll give it a shave a bit later. It's all good.
Give it a what?
A shave.
A shave.
Yeah.
Is that good?
I think that's
Let's
pretty
go. Why didn't BJ get a brush?
Because I only had two. Sorry, BJ.
No, that's all right.
BJ can apply it if he wants to with the applicator.
Oh, I get to put it everywhere.
Yeah,
That's when I'll electrocute you.
I reckon there's going to be a lot of grass down
What was
here.
that? Electrocute me.
Yeah, electrocute you.
It's a very wet area down here. If this is a
Well,
You
maybe
know.
it's too wet. It doesn't grow there.
Yeah.
Or maybe where the orcs
it's a riverbank. I don't know why there wouldn't be a lot of
We're
grass.
going to put a
growing down
koi. Is that right? Going to put a koi
don't
fish.
know.
You and your koi. What, you want a huge one? You want like a white
Maybe
and red
maybe
one?
maybe the orc could be fishing for a koi.
You want the orc with a fishing rod.
Yeah, Is that an accessory pack that we have?
I don't think so, but we could convert one.
We'll make one.
Anything's possible.
All right, how are you feeling about your glue coverage? Are you
I reckon that's
satisfied?
pretty good.
I think it is. We can always do more.
Can
You
we?
can't undo
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
you
yeah.
can't take glue away.
You can't take it away.
No, but you can certainly add more if you need to later. And ordinarily, you would take a little bit longer than what we're doing.
Are you sure?
Okay, so we've got it all laid out. All the white areas are
Yeah.
the wet glue. So theoretically, that's where all our grass is going to end up. Okay, we've got a nail that's still in here.
That's right.
How come there's none down here? Didn't you want grass down there?
Whereabouts?
Down
Because
here,
I can't see it.
next to the stone mill. Down here.
There you go. That looks good. You got it.
I'm just concerned that there's not going to be enough greenery. What about over here?
Feel free to add more. I was just being a little bit conservative with my glue application, but turns out this is going to be a very well vegetated, very lush
It's going
region.
to be green and
Well,
fertile.
this is in the Cotswolds.
All right,
Isn't it?
so
Where is
what
it?
have we got? Okay, so we've got our nail. That's right here. And Marlon's just putting on the.
You get front
It's
and
going to
center,
be
mate.
safe.
There we go.
I-
Okay, so we've got the
you should
charger
do it.
set up.
Is your hair going to stand on end?
Might do. You just hold the button and then sprinkle it over
You
the
try
layout.
Go.
I'll do a little bit.
All right,
Do a
so we've
little
got the
bit right
button
here.
pressed down. So it's charging up. And then we just.
Bud!
Aren't you a prankster?
You put it all over the track, did you know?
Yeah, that's why you don't want to put glue on the track. It's not really standing up too well, is it?
I'm not
I
sure.
think that you're too far away from the nail. I think the nail needs to be put closer.
You know what? You're probably right. So this bit of glue is going to be a bit of what do you call it?
I'm not sure.
Grass is going to be a bit matted, but let's push the nail
Yeah, that's
through
right.
here.
You want
Yeah,
to
so
know?
that's the thing with the nail.
You wanna
It'll
know
probably
if that's
only
No, I can
make
push it
an
through.
area about this big. Well,
Have you done this
charged up.
before, BJ?
I have on my Model Expo entry.
Is there anything you can't do?
You've done some
There's
great
plenty.
static grass work.
Hey? I'm not sure what's
So it's
happening.
standing up, but I think because this stuff is pretty mega long, isn't it? You
Yeah,
probably
it
need
is.
some extra glue for that to keep it upright. That's the general idea, isn't it?
Oh my god, it actually looks like grass.
Yeah.
No?
Here, you got to give it a go. I think it's very
I
important.
do
that
it?
You
I've got enough black fur there already, mate.
I'm gonna be like Salt Bay.
That's not bad. That's a big steak you got there, mate.
I know.
Brontosaurus.
Off the elbow. Off the forearm. Grass off the forearm. No?
Looks like you might need a refill.
So what I might do is let's shift this or move this point elsewhere.
It's not gonna get my nipple ring, is it?
There we go. Stick it
There
in
was
there.
it explicitly said in the instructions not to operate this if you had a pacemaker. I forgot to ask you guys if you did.
Nah,
Too late now, isn't it?
I don't have a pacemaker. I make the pace. We put another thing here. Going in. We're still in the overhead. That's all you have to do, mate, is those two
I'm
buttons.
There
sorry.
you go.
That's all you have to do. And lick this for me while I
What?
shake it. You hold that. Make sure I don't get electrocuted.
What am I doing?
Ready? You push the
All right,
button and I'll
button's on.
shake. That's a funny noise.
I think it's standing up quite a lot better.
Wow.
It's not really easy to see that
Yeah.
it's standing up from the overhead view. If you look at it side on, the fibers are definitely
Standing up.
standing up. They're not standing straight up because, like you said, BJ, they're quite long fibers.
That would look silly if they stood straight up.
Hang on. You're going too far. Because if you're going to go over there, we need to move this sucker over there.
I think it's a little bit early to go that way, but we'll see.
Can we
Okay,
go to
hold on.
overhead so people can see? I've given you 2 jobs to do now.
We're doing Salt
Yeah.
Bay.
Salt Bay.
Hang on. do it again. Salt Bay.
I did.
On the front.
Is that right?
You're a fool.
Du-du-du-du. Am I doing it right, wrong, different? It doesn't feel like it's coming out fast enough.
Just because it's something that you do slowly and take your time with.
All right, let's shift.
Shift gears.
What's going on, mate?
Quite hard there. hard there.
Oh, we got some extra holes for the trees, so we're gonna plant, aren't we?
It looks like the glue's coming through. Is that meant to happen?
It'll dry clear. It'll be fine. You won't see the glue.
Because what you'll probably find is after we do this, it's going to look a little bit patchy, so we'll probably do this again.
Really?
Yeah.
It's
Do you
not.
have to put more glue down or not?
Yeah, you will.
And
How do you
then
put glue down on it? Why don't it just
You dilute it a little bit more.
let's spray it down with a little spray bottle.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't trust you at all.
Why don't you trust me? It's because the light was on. Trust me, I'm a doctor.
That's the second time you said that, and I don't trust you anymore, BJ.
What do you mean? First time didn't hurt, did it?
Now you're being inappropriate. I just don't know where to say. Are we good?
I reckon. What do you reckon? Because what we're going to do is we're probably going to mix it up a little bit, right?
Gonna put the
I
other
think-
fibers in now.
What? Are you scared?
Can you look that? Are we getting more fibers?
Yeah,
Yeah, different colours.
a little bit more.
Oh, watch it, watch it.
It's too uniform.
Doesn't look uniform to me. Maybe we need to go and. Can
So
we
there's
put
the other
this-
thing too, right? You can sort of you blow across it.
Don't blow on my train layout.
It's like the wind blowing through the.
Yeah, that's right.
There you go.
It'll
Open it up
also
and
go in one direction.
We'll put a little bit more.
Oh, what are you doing?
Different color, different length fiber. I think this one's a bit shorter, like 4 mil versus 6. So this might stick up a little bit better.
You put some more in there.
That's plenty.
You've been told. Enough. That's enough.
All right, so I don't know
Enough
where
grass for you.
you're gonna have to concentrate on where there's a lot of glue.
Run!
I think there's a lot of. This is looking a bit. Looking a bit.
I got you again.
You never tire of that, do you?
No.
Oh, actually, no. You've got the ground here, so stay over there.
Have we got a spray bottle of glue?
Yeah,
This stuff's coming out a lot easier, isn't it?
I think so.
Oh,
Well,
we're
it
disconnected.
was.
And then do we shake it upside down?
Yeah.
You can do that, or you could vacuum it once it's dried, and it will suck up all the excess fibers. Because this is on a cardboard sheet, we could shake it over this, and then because it's folded in half, we could
Yeah.
just pour
Put
it
it
back
back
into
on.
the container and do it again.
How's that?
This is a great way to recycle your shavings.
Your shavings.
But once we've dyed them green.
Yeah, you could dye it green, and then
Why do you say jumpy?
because I'm convinced that you're going to electrocute me.
How can I go? I can't do that. You enjoying this? You getting the hang of it?
Not sure.
I think that area in the middle is quite. That area there needs more. You need more grass.
Looks a bit like a mangy dog.
Does it? What's this dog been up
If the
to?
dog was green,
Yeah, it's a clip of the big green dog.
it's a big green dog. I think after what just happened, I think this might be the last time we're ever allowed to play with trains.
Oh, this is pretty tame, I reckon.
Is it good?
Yeah.
It's fuzzy like a tennis ball. So we've coated the whole thing. Is that what we're supposed to do?
Yeah.
That's it.
Because once we shake it off, you're going to get some bald spots.
No. We hit it with the
Looks
hairdryer.
very different than what it did earlier.
Mm, for
Looks
sure. Look at that. It's green.
So I guess we
Even
can
the river.
disconnect the whole thing and
Yep, there we go. All right.
I'm still scared.
you gotta tip it.
Right.
Do what? What if the house falls off?
They won't. It shouldn't. It's insured.
All right. Give it a bit of a tappage.
Like upside down.
Really?
Yeah.
What if the truck falls off?
It
No,
won't.
we're getting all the excess off. See all the excess? Because that can't actually stick to.
Who glued the ballast on? That's what I want to know.
I glued most of it on.
There we go.
It should look a little bit different when we turn it over.
There you go.
And it's standing up. Let's go into the overhead.
You want to get
Get down and nasty with it. That looks phenomenal.
Yeah, let me just.
Look at that.
Huge improvement. It looks silly. It looks silly when you put it on.
That does look
Yes.
silly when you put it on.
My hand there. Might be able to see it standing up from there. So that's what that static is offering. So even though it looked like it was all matted up before because we put on so much, the stuff that's actually stuck is all upright. Huge difference. Chalk and cheese.
Grass and weeds.
How good is it?
Not so much chalk and cheese.
So how good was it that we added another fiber color and length as well? It makes it look, it gives even more depth.
It does. It looks even more natural, yeah? So we probably want to redo that in certain areas. But I mean, I think that looks pretty good.
Yeah, it looks great.
And especially with this close-up, it does look pretty natural already. How you feeling? You did that.
I'm pretty chuffed with myself.
You're pretty chuffed.
Only cost us a loco.
There you go.
We've got fur everywhere.
So you got extra fur, right? So this fur we can reuse. We got this.
Vietnamese combination fur.
No. It's very green, isn't it? All right, so then we'll just pour it into here.
This is not.
Does that move it?
Probably too staticky.
So
you
you
don't-
don't all back.
The only real control you have using the stuff is where you place the glue. It goes everywhere.
Yeah.
The stuff itself just goes everywhere. But let's see if I can do this.
Oh, there you go. Well done.
All right.
It actually
All
shows you how little
There you go.
actually stuck on.
So
Put it
if you
back.
put it on the white. No, don't do it again. Not now.
No, just pop it back here.
Oh, I'm going to put it on the white.
How's that?
I
That's
think
what it looks like.
that's what it looks like, people. Yeah. I like the way that I left this part here off, the steep part. Looks really good.
That's very.
No? Because
Very
we'll put
clever of
we'll
you.
put some rocks here.
But you see the nail? You see how all the grass is like stuck to the nail? They're all attracted to the nail.
A little fairy dart.
We still have to put on trees and bushes and
Yep.
More trees.
rocks and,
We already made one
we
tree.
made one, but we could make a whole bunch.
Yeah?
There's only one.
Sky's the limit.
Do we have dandelions?
We
I'd
could
like
do
to
that.
see
We
dandelions
could
sticking out.
absolutely do dandelions.
Dandelions.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Little
I
flowers.
picture dandelions. There you go. All right.
How good is it? How good is that? So
We've
after only 3 sessions, right? Look at it where it progressed so far.
Admittedly, the track was laid, but it was
Yes.
only on foam. So
Yes.
we had the track laid.
Yep.
Young Marlon here chiseled out the foam
Yep.
with the heel grader.
Yep.
And then came back the next week, and then we did the plaster. We're calling it plaster
Mhm.
that we put the color into, and
Yep.
the paper. Did you put
Yeah,
paper
it
in
was
that too?
sculpt mold. So that was the paper. It was like tissue paper and plaster mixed together.
So you put that in there, and then we did the fuzz,
That's
The
it.
fuzz.
the
So,
grass, the
Good fun,
greenery,
wasn't it?
grass and weeds.
So now, going forward, we probably will touch up the static grass a little bit. Areas
Yep.
that we think might need a little bit of a touch up. That's pretty easy. We've done most of it, and we're also going to do water in the river, as well as bushes and trees. And
Is
things
that
like
safe with the electricity?
No, it'll be resin.
Resin water.
UV resin.
Are we going to do that on camera?
I think we should be able to.
Easy.
We have to basically dam up both sides, and then pour it in, and it'll be like a little stream.
Easy.
Yeah.
Easy.
Can we put it here too, so it goes looks like a?
Yeah, easy. You can put it anywhere you want
And that's where we put the koi
if you want.
and the orc, because he'll be downstream. This will be upstream. Yeah. Orc's always downstream.
Are they?
All right.
There we go.
Fantastic. So that has been episode 113.
How good
Have
is
we
it?
got both the cars sorted?
Yeah, we got them sorted.
Yeah.
Yep. Like I
Both
guessed.
cars are sorted.
Yep.
I think we should close this one off. What do you think?
I think so. It's been a big one.
Fantastic, guys. Well, thank you for everybody for watching. Thanks heaps for all your guesses on the cars. And I hope you've enjoyed the working on the model railway or watching us work on it. Yeah, as it's come together.
I enjoyed it. You enjoy it?
And I didn't even get electrocuted.
Are you disappointed now? I'll let you get it
A
later.
little bit. We'll try it off camera. What if I like it too much?
Oh, then we have to build a bigger one.
That's right.
You'll just have to buy our own, I guess.
All right.
Do it in your own time.
All right. Thank you very much for
All
joining us
right.
again.
We are the Hearns crew. Thanks for watching us, and yeah, stay tuned. For next week's show,
That's it.
episode 114.
114 next Friday from sunny Melbourne.
All right, guys. Thanks for
Thank you.
watching.
Bye bye.